I have two trees, lines from two trees attached to the handle of this bike pump. I have a weight on the handle, and I don't remember what weight it is. I'll have to walk around over here to see. 10 maybe? No, 7.5. 7.5 pounds. So the thought is, you see I have it hooked to this inner tube. And so hopefully the wind will pull the handle up and the weight will bring it back down. And well, I was going to say it would keep going till it has 7 pounds in the tire, but since this is just an inner tube, there's nothing restricting it, so it'll just keep blowing up until it blows up. But anyway, still it's a way to test it. Just leave this out here, and as the trees sway and the handle goes up and down, eventually this tube will hopefully fill with air, and it'll be a proof of concept. And if it all goes as planned, then I can hook it to a cylinder and try to pump up air in the cylinder. And oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Now it's going to come back down. Yep. And this is not a windy day. This is a low wind day. So just the fact that it's doing something is pretty cool. So the idea is to experiment with this, keep adding weights, see if it'll continue to pump it at higher pressures, and then hopefully fill a cylinder with compressed air of that pressure. Right now, if I hook this to the cylinder, you would hope that it would fill it to 7.5 psi, or maybe something less than that. And if I add more weight to it, the higher psi. And anyway, the idea is to fill the cylinder with compressed air, and then use that compressed air to drive a impeller, and the impeller attached to a generator, and the generator attached to a battery, and see if we can use the trees swaying in the wind to charge a battery. So take a good look at this tire, this inner tube I mean, and you can see it's pretty flat. And then in a while, probably tomorrow, I'll come out and see if it's actually full of air. And that would be proof of concept. What I would like to do is, after this is proven, to make my own compressed air pump out of PVC that would be a piece of PVC that would be 20 feet long. So no matter how far the tree swayed, it would still pump up some air. And then that would be attached to the base of a tree, and the line would come off the tree, and then, of course, as you already know, the makeshift homemade compressor will compress air into a cylinder. So, wish me luck. Well, the pump handle is not coming down very well, so I thought I would lube it up with a little lithium grease, spray lithium. See if that helps. Okay. I had the weight off balance on the handle of the pump, and that was causing it to stick when it was extended. So now I've modified this with two 5-pound weights on hooks on the handle, and I think that's pretty evenly balanced, and it's allowing it to come back down once it's pulled out. So I think you can see that the inner tube is pumped up more. Hey, it's the Reckless Retiree here, and this is a continuation of the video I was doing on the Treaceway air pump. And I've not had very good luck with it, but I've been trying to think of ways to proceed. Also, I've been sick, so that's why it's been so long since I put out a video. Anyway, this is my next idea. All right, so I was using this tire pump to pump up this inner tube. And the problem I was having is that it won't hold the pressure. It'll pump it up, but then if you just leave it attached and walk away for a couple of days, when you come back, it's about half of what it was. So I thought I might try a little Teflon tape, putting it on the threads there and seeing if maybe that will hold the air. Because this is how I was trying to determine the success of the air pump run by the Treaceway, was with one of these inner tubes in a pump, in a tire pump. It also wasn't getting pumped up very full. Every time I go out, it would look like it was the same. And I know it couldn't have been because there was plenty of wind and it was going up and down. The pump was going up and down. So all I could figure is it was leaking. So anyway, I'm going to put some Teflon tape on this and pump it up here and in my office area, and then leave it for a few days and see if it maintains the pressure. If it doesn't, then I'll have to come up with some other idea, which may mean not using the valve system on the pump, but maybe just a straight hose right into the inner tube. Maybe one that would fit over top of the valve here, and I could cinch down with a hose clamp. So wish me luck. Okay, so I've put the Teflon tape on these threads, and now if I can hold this camera and do this somehow, I'm going to, where am I? Here we go. Attempt to put this on. It's very, very tight. Then it went on. Now I clamped it down and put it on the floor. Come on, thing. Now I'll pump it up. For some reason this is really hard to pump. It shouldn't be, because there should be very little resistance. Why is it not? Oh, I see it is. There we go. Okay, there it is pumped up. I'll do one more pump. Okay, now I'm just going to leave this like this. Set this pump over here in the corner. And it'd be nice if it would cooperate and stand up, but I guess it's not going to. We'll just leave it down. Anyway, there it is. It's now 12:35 on December 7th. So on December 9th, I will check to see if it's still inflated like it is. Let's take a good close look at it. Try doing this. Be a little more scientific about it. Okay, so it's set at about 4 inches, and it's going to just a little over 5. So there you go. This is just about an hour later. You can see that I've lost air pressure. So have to come up with another method. Hi, it's a Reckless Retiree here, and I have shown you previous videos using a bicycle pump to try to compress air with the tree sway generator. I said in that video that I was going to make a larger one, and here it is. This is a 3-inch piece of PVC, and inside of it I have a 2-inch piece of PVC. Oh, all right, so it slides in and out, and it has a end on it like this, which I've made out of a end cap, a coupling, a piece of the pipe, and then sandwiched in between is this foam. It's not rubber, foam plastic. I don't know, packaging. I think maybe you can see it there on the bench there. So on this end, I have a hole and a connection and a check valve, and also a balloon. And then on this end goes this end cap, which you can see has holes to capture the air, to suck in the air. But on the inside, it's got a gasket that covers that up like a valve. So when you pull, it'll pull that open and bring the air in. When you push, it keeps it from leaving. So this is going to be a total of 20 feet long, and the 2-inch piece is going to start off at 10 feet long. So that no matter how far the tree sways, we won't lose the motion. We will capture that motion. That's the idea. With the electrical, to do that, I would have to have windings 10 feet long, and that's expensive. But this wasn't expensive. This was $100, and that's retail. But if we got pieces, parts, wholesale, then it would be a lot cheaper. So let's let's see if it works, shall we? As you can see, I blew up this balloon very easily. Now, it doesn't take much pressure to blow up a balloon, but some to fight the resistance of the balloon itself, the latex. But the plan is to connect it into a air cylinder. I'm going to eat a screw, huh, Violet? That might be hard on your little doggy teeth. I don't think I'd want to eat a screw. All right, so here's a barrel, not a barrel, a tank. Here's a tank that I plan on using. I've got to plumb that into here, and then I'll see how high a pressure I can get with the rig as it is. Now this is horizontal. This isn't going to be horizontal, it's going to be vertical. So you're going to have the weight of the inner pipe that is going to resist the movement of the tree. So hopefully the movement of the tree will be powerful enough to overcome the weight of the 2-inch PVC, and it will then make an equivalent PSI of air. I think what we'd probably have to do is take 3 inches and the weight, I think that's right, and that would be your pressure per, that'd be pounds per inch, square inch, round inch. Now, the idea is that if that works without any problem, then I can add weight into the inside of the 2-inch tube pipe and make it heavier. So it would, it would require more power from the tree swaying, and therefore we would make a higher PSI. And just to remind you, if you watch my previous videos, which I'd encourage you to do, I'm going to attempt to make a Tesla, what do they call it? A Tesla turbine, Tesla pump out of DVDs. And he had many circular thin pieces of metal, maybe, that he had up against each other, and then when the air would blow in between them, it would have that sticky effect that would make it turn, and then that would turn a generator in turn. So the idea is to pump up the tank, multiple tanks, multiple trees, multiple pumps, and then take that pressure and run the generator. So that's the ultimate goal. That'll be this spring, summer that I get that far into it, probably. It's just the beginning of February right now, kind of cold. But it's a warmer day today, and I just had to try this. And as you can see, the pressure's holding in the balloon, whatever pressure that might be. So what I need to do is I need to hook it into this tank. And I'm not sure how I'll have to do that. I mean, I could do it with this hose, but I'd take this end off. This is a tire valve, which I really don't want to do because I use it for filling tires. But anyway, I'll come up with something. That's the plan. But I'm pleased with this so far. And what I'm going to do is I'm either going to paint it camouflage. Just get some brown and black and green paint and just kind of go all over it and make it look like camouflage. Or, my dog's still trying to eat a Volt. Oh my goodness, she's so crazy. Or I'm gonna, this would be more elaborate, more expensive. I've actually done it with the electrical generator, like this, to take pictures of the tree you're putting it against, and then print that on a sticky back paper, and then stick that on the tube, the hose, the pipe, and then it would blend in with the tree that it's attached to. So I would bungee cord this vertically to the tree. So stay tuned to the next exciting adventures of the Reckless Retiree.